Instagram not gonna hold me down, because that was Instagram. I realized my first video, Instagram they had it taken down for hate speech. See, I ain't got time, Instagram. That was so whack. That was whack. So y'all come on back in here. I need to get the rest of this off my chest for my birthday. I'm still celebrating. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday all month, by the way. So I'm gonna let you guys come back in here and, let me see if it's picking up, because right now it's just showing me that you have been notified that I've started this live video. So let me wet my whistle. Let y'all get up in here. Let's see if it's working. Let me make sure my connection. Okay, my connection is good. I already know my connection is good. Okay, let's see. Anybody? All right, cool. Awesome. It has like a delay. So it notifies people and stuff like that. So I'm back, y'all. That was Instagram earlier. Instagram was really, really player hate. How they gonna tell me I'm hate speech? They flagged me for hate speech. That's what they did for the last video. That's so weird to me, flag me for hate speech. You see what I'm saying? Like, hates girl. Anyway, but because this was so important, I figured, I was like, nah, we got to get this out. Because sometimes when you in the groove, and I had stuff going on outside, it was like loud. I was like, okay, no, I got to come back, So I was like, let me leave my face beat, honey. Let me not wash my face yet. And let's, make sure we really give everybody what they missed because of what was taken down. So shout out to everybody for just still engaging on a shadow ban page. This is a shadow ban page, y'all. And it's just been growing and growing and growing. So I just really appreciate that. So I'm going to go with the last of my advice that I feel like can really help people that feel like they're a little weird. You don't know if you're feeling these things, especially if you're a woman, as I talked about in my original video. That's a triple threat who's smart, kind, and beautiful. A triple threat and being a black woman. There are a lot of things that I'm learning late, but have been the changing or just the game-changing factor for me when I realized it and I got the awakening around these very things that I'm talking about. Being able to move to Africa and pick up and move and do something that seems very ballsy, I immediately see the connection with how I've managed my social life. Like, it's a direct connection with how I manage my social life and what I'm able to do now. And one of the last points I left off with was small groups of friends equals success, zero friends equals success, and really debunking this myth around women that don't have a lot of friends are a red flag, and that is so far from the truth. And in fact, in the last video I said is really what you'll find is women that have a very small circle of friends or no friends, as they say. These are probably some of the most realist women you ever want to meet, and they're the most confident. So coming from that standpoint, some of you that didn't join me, I'm really giving advice and things that I had to learn that I feel like I'm learning late, but they are the things that have made the biggest difference in my life. Being able to come to Africa, I don't have a lot of people in my ear unless they are people that support me, are doing the same things, you know what I mean? And so I had a male-centric life. I have a lot of male friends in my life. And I'm learning that whole female friends and sisterhood and stuff like that, like I'm learning, I'm still healing from a lot of the trauma, black trauma from men and women, both. And I know it's America. America makes you crazy. It's a very hostile environment, and we have learned to become hostile because of white supremacy. We're broken people, like all of that stuff. Psychologically, black people have a lot of healing to do. And so in the black community, I experienced a lot of bullying, a lot of hatred, even from my own family. And I've had to learn and get language for these things now. So we can have some fun with it. Like, these are real things. I can conceptualize it, and talk about it, analyze it, and really get to the root of it and definitely set some of you free. So one of the things that I was talking about that I'm able to see even in this position and what I do, parasocial relationships are real. But the thing that I've started to learn as a woman that's been the changing factor for me and the game-changing factor is being able to get boundaries and not apologizing. Sagittarians are very unapologetic people. I'm not gonna apologize for a lot. And we're very much truth speakers. I like to live my life out loud and truthful. And I don't really like to entertain things, people, relationships, jobs, or whatever it is that are not authentic to me. So this represents the chapter of my life where I'm most clear than I've ever been, more at peace than I've ever been. I've had more security now and confidence and clarity, and awareness of who I am, and so clear about my purpose. I can talk about the things that I know when I let them go, it made all the difference in the world for me. And one of the things was like how you're starting to tell yourself the truth about the toxic relationship of America. This place only wants to kill you. It doesn't want you to have fresh foods. It's all about slavery. It's all about money, 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 stress, stress, stress. When you start to tell the truth about that, it's the same neighborhood. So I'm starting to tell the truth about the other toxic patterns and relationships that I've had with people being in America, because I can see it clearly because I'm out of America now. And those microaggressions I talked about, even in the black community, when my face was so pressed toward the pro-black thing, it made me blind. It gave me a blind spot. And so now I can talk about the trauma that I've experienced and why I'm a little weird now, and how I'm navigating even being in Africa, and why I have social anxiety when it comes to black people and American people, and even more nuanced with black women, and being able to have boundaries and have the life I want. Like at 43, it's about things that feel good. We don't want to wear shoes that's uncomfortable. We're not going to be anywhere uncomfortable, wearing clothes that's uncomfortable. If it's not about comfort and peace of mind and something that honors me and lifts me up, I'm not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? So everything in my life has led me here, and those are the lessons that I've seen. So the humble, hurt, humiliate was something I talked about in my first video that I want to circle back around to. And ladies, especially if you're beautiful, you're a triple threat, this applies to anybody, but it most definitely applies to black women. And one of the microaggressions that I was able to see, especially upon coming out of America, and I experienced it it was so loud right before I left, like I couldn't stand it. If socially you're if you're talking about dating or whatever, I don't even like that word anymore, dating, whatever. But socially, when you are in proximity to black males, let's just say that when you're in proximity to black males, or when you're socializing around black males, or they're around you, or in your proximity, God help you if you're dating or whatever, these are the things that I noticed. They want to fuck you, but they also want to humiliate you. Very rarely do things have to do with love. And that was the programming that we got. Oh, I want love, love, love. And it's people out here moving straight up like strategic sharks, you know what I mean? And taking you all the way to the bank because they're taking advantage of your pureness and how you've been so blinded to want this love thing, when it's really a dog-eat-dog world, and how they've been socialized to just take advantage for the most part and to dominate, okay? Which is why this whole thing of being submissive is so fucking important. Like, that word is a trigger for me. If somebody hollering about you need to be submissive, you should already be like, get the fuck out of here. That's language we shouldn't even be entertaining anymore. Anyway, so again, see, even with stuff like that, I can be honest around it. It's like, I see it for what the fuck it is now. Like, why did we even think that was some cute shit? Why didn't we see that as the oppression and the tradition of oppression that it was? Marching some woman down the aisle to be free labor. You are the most valuable person, and now you live in a world where everybody want to gaslight you about telling you how you need to be a submissive provider, and telling you that you need to qualify yourself, line up, so you be humiliated and get red balloons popped on you, so you can tell people how you are worthy, so they can find you worthy. Girl, I'm not doing none of them mind games. Anything that's not here to lift me up, acknowledge me as the queen I am, and you're here to qualify me and humble me, oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. How did we even think that shit was ever cute? Girl, I had some real points to go down. But I'm going to tell you something. This waiting on men that don't like you to choose you, girl, that's a goddamn setup. That don't even make sense. You got men that have been socialized to dominate you and use you as free labor and sex work, essentially. And you talking about it's about love. And when you listen to them, it's about what you can do. You are labor. Shout out to the diva, Erica De Niro. You somebody's maid, mattress, and mule. You are somebody's in-house labor, and you happy to be chosen. That type of language, I don't fuck with that no more. Like, that's even microaggressive. When a nigga want to come to you, trying to humble you, telling you how you need to wait and what he needs so that you can be chosen. Girl. But it makes so much sense that they would try to shame single women now, and women that are free and happy and are not living these male-centered lives. Fuck it. That's what we finna talk about. We finna talk about that. That's what we going on part 3. Fuck it. That's what we're talking. We're decentering men. We're decentering men, decentering relationships, because that was the thing that I got set free from, because I don't have to live in the patriarchy of America anymore, and I can really be that woman that the person I really am was this queen that was wealthy and can be in real estate and land. And like, girl, over there, I was being told, first of all, you were a single parent, you didn't have no father, and all of this male-centeredness was so toxic to me. It was so toxic to who I was. It's toxic to women, too, and that's why I have to keep drilling this home. Here's another one I wanted to say earlier. Or it's just coming, Lord. It's coming, because y'all need to hear this. Going through depression and shit like that because some man, you done broke up with some man, that type of stuff. When you get off of that train and you see the programming behind that, it means so much to you to have somebody choose you, and you put yourself in a position for these nothing people that are beneath you, don't even like you, and you playing a game with them over there in America so that they can choose you. And you twisting yourself up in all types of pretzels to show that you submissive, girl. Such a trick. I don't like nobody playing with my mind no more. I see the game in it now. So the women that are married, you know, God bless you, but you can't ever use that ring as a weapon to me, because we not the women that are truly awakened. We know better. When you come to Africa, African women are this is a very real place. It's very real. Romanticism has no place in the African mind, honestly. Like, that's all stuff that we've been programmed to do. And I'm not saying it's absent of romanticism here, but it's so practical. It's so real. You can see men for who they are and women for who they are. All of that she, poo stuff. I've just reached that level of my life. I can see the game in it. So when you're the type of woman I am, that's broke from that matrix of America, male-centric, white patriarchy, to think that your value is in marriage and somebody choosing you and somebody, ownership. Because I already know the Western relationship is so full of jealousy and y'all want to own your man and who he fucking and all. Girl, none of your relationships are aspirational. That's why I'm like, I'm so happy that I've broken free from that matrix. I didn't even realize that was the thing that was holding me back all of my life. Like a lot of women, we've been socially conditioned to look for a man. With our religion, we pray into a man. Father God religions, pray into a man for a man. Your whole life is about finding that person, the soulmate syndrome, and the soulmate trick, the soulmate scam. Everybody's just looking for soulmate, partnership, coupling, looking to couple yourself so bad. And, it's very restrictive because we're not all relegated to that box. If y'all can acknowledge that some people are attracted to the same sex and are born that way, you need to acknowledge that there is a lifestyle that accommodates happiness and peace, and it doesn't look like coupling. That is actually socially, conditioning too. And it's really kind of commercial. It's very commercial. I can see it. I can see it's just like Christmas. You know what I mean? You can see the mental and emotional play and the psychological play for you to get emotionally attached to this thing and make it your whole life's journey and aspiration. And if you don't have it, oh my God, like, that's the trick bag. And for those of you that don't have it, now it's the shame. They want to shame you for not having, like, it's such a trick bag. When the people that are married are just, that is not, a guarantee to happiness. We know this, but we still want to weaponize it. So as a woman, seeing it for what it was, seeing all of the games that were played on me in America, including patriarchy, including devaluing myself and centering everything in my life around a male. That was the most toxic thing I could ever do to my life. I wasted so much time with that. Wasted a lot of time, had a lot of depression. We have women out here killing themselves, killing their kids because they baby daddy, them and their baby daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, people spilling out, crashing out over relationships. That shit. When you break free from that, this is why it's important to decenter relationships and decenter men. It don't mean all of that to you. When you start looking for the happiness in you and you realize you are the one and only amazing thing, like, you get to shine brightly and you realize, like, dang, ain't even about no man at all. It's like when you sitting on this side, like shout out to the women that got this, because I don't know, maybe it's about being 43. Women in their 40s, we kind of learned some stuff. I talked to a woman the other day. I met her here. She lives in Japan. She's a black girl from North Carolina. We both from the South. You know, I'm from Alabama. She's from North Carolina, but she was here, and I met her because I was in a place and she happened to be in the same place. Okay, because I don't meet people like that, honey. But I think it's interesting. You know, she's 48, no kids, and she can live freely. I said, honey, those women, they got it. They understood. Like, we don't have to keep explaining to y'all why we not centering some relationship. Those are women that's got the most peace. I promise you they do. And these long-term relationships of 30 and 40 years, you realize your grandmama and them, they just had to put up with a lot of bullshit for a long time. They got a lot of secrets. Y'all are not evolved enough for me in the States with your relationships. So none of them are aspirational. That black love, blah, 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 it's trauma bonding at its best. And it's people that are choosing each other from a place of, it's a fight or flight, you know what I mean, survival mode, and there's nothing to be happy about with that. You're choosing somebody from survival. None of those relationships are aspirational. Sis, cut them off immediately. The girlfriends you have, they're probably very toxic, and I talked about that earlier. They don't know how to compliment you. I peep stuff like that. You can't do too much and love bomb me and act like you want to suck my clit the first day, like, oh my God, I love you. It's like, microaggression, that's weird, because those are the people that are really trying to gain access to you for other reasons. Let me just segue really quick, because I don't want to miss this point, and I get a little long-winded, but I hope you guys are taking all of these notes. The other thing that I've noticed a lot, and it's changed the game for me, that I don't accept anymore, and I notice a lot of black Americans do it, especially if you have the light, you're sitting where I'm sitting, you're doing something great, you're a woman, you're pretty, you got a pussy, you talented, got mouthpiece, you know. You attract people, but there are going to be people, I notice immediately with men and women both, but it's people that'll try to come up in your business, support your business. Like if they come to your restaurant or whatever, and they know you award-winning chef, like you doing a damn thing, people fucking with what you doing, but they coming in with critiques. No. That's a microaggression. That's the humbling method. You're not going to humble me. And it can be playful. They disguise it as some playful. Like I said in my first video that Instagram took down, this one woman that wanted to immediately humble me and make me like her, which baby, never ma'am. Because she could never be this. She could barely speak, had terrible speech impediment. You country sounding. You bumbling at the mouth. You're not even attractive, but yet and still you coming in telling me that you gonna help me out. You trying to put money in my pocket, and you got critiques for me and what I'm doing. Baby, if I don't tell you nothing else, understand, people that's coming with the critiques, get the fuck away. I already know what you're trying to do. Oh, you need to do this. You need that. When they see you doing your thing and they coming in with notes, no. It's a microaggression. It's a way to humble you. That's a humbling strategy. For sure. And men do it too. Playfully in my inbox talking about, man, don't be telling people about these dudes. He. Coming with anything other than respect to the queen, quite honestly. It's a microaggression. It tells me where you are mentally. But in your next breath, you trying to hook up, link up, and be everything except a client. You trying to be a nigga that fucked me, but you coming trying to humble me. Disgusting. Dangerous. Abusive. Manipulative. That's how pimps act. They don't want you to know that you're the bomb. They got to keep you a little humble. But that said, you got all the value. I got all the value, and you want to come to me. You need what I have. They need what you have. But they can't let you know it. But they going to humble you, baby. When I tell you that's how they are, watch it. Because everybody does it. Everybody does it. And getting access to you, to drain you, to siphon your energy, to get inspiration. They can have more followers, more money. They can be a male. Especially that's what got me fucked up in the Gambia. Not understanding that these niggas are in competition with you just like these bitches is. And they want to align themselves with you to try to take over what you're doing. That nigga took all of my investors' money. And I'm just so green to it. And being male-centric and not knowing your worth and value will have you operating in such a blind spot in your life. And that's a lesson that I'll never, it's so imprinted in me. Like that whole period for me in the Gambia, I learned everything about parasocial relationships, people trying to get in and seeing you grow, and people within your organization will steal from you and even have you killed. They will betray you, have you killed, or want to have you killed. Yeah, but you were the light the whole time. I brought all the hype and light to the Gambia. And the nigga I was working with, that I just thought was the bomb, because I'm having this dynamic that men know a little bit more than me. He was an accountant, I'm like, okay, hey, handle the money, handle the website requests, like all of that. I just want to make videos, you do that, I do this, right? Yeah. Nigga stole all the money. And people calling me scammer to this day, because that's a lesson I had to learn. Stop thinking that some man knows more than you. It was so much wrapped into the lesson of the Gambia for me. Thinking that being in proximity to a man was valuable. And had I known, those are your greatest threats, actually. Actually, ladies, you have all the knowledge yourself. Had I not been feeling so happy, I got a manager. Ooh, I got a manager now. Feeling like somebody got you, can take care of you. That mentality, y'all, I'm telling you, it'll get us fucked up. It'll get us in situations where we're vulnerable. But guess what? People gonna victim blame you anyway. That's why silence is shame, and that silence kills you. So as a woman, married or not, I know what you're dealing with. I know that silent shame and that shame of not being married. We have to destigmatize that, because that's a shame that a lot of black women are dealing with right now with that hostile environment of America. When I hear black men talking that red pill stuff, Kevin Samuel stuff, hostile, they hate you, get away from me with that shit. They're really beneath you. People that talk like that don't see your light and don't come trying to honor you. Be around some African men for a little while, and African people that really see you as novel and amazing. Like, you was a 10 the whole time, but then niggas in that culture over there was treating you like you was a 3 that had to qualify yourself. Girl, oh my goodness. That's what American culture and black American culture will do. It's full of microaggressions, and that's one thing I learned, even from my brothers that hated me. They're gonna act underwhelmed. Men and women that's acting underwhelmed, not complimenting you immediately. You know it as a microaggression. When queens are not properly greeted, off with their head. I get it now. You need to be coming, your excellency, Why not? You here for what I got going on. I love people that reach out. Hey, I love what you're doing, art, blah, 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 blah. I would love it if you could, I'd love a consultation. Like, those are the people I fuck with. But all that other shit, you coming to my inbox trying to humble me. You coming to my inbox acting like we cool. You coming to my inbox hostile. And especially if you're a male, you come in my inbox trying to align yourself as if somebody wants you. Yeah, and I know you don't like us and still be wanting to fuck. Yeah, ugly, disgusting. I'm not your preference anyway. And black women, this is so interesting, and they be mad that the ones that's real brainwashed and stuff like that, that's the passport bros that don't like black women no more. It's so hostile for y'all in America. I know it is. Like, it's an all-out war against you, black women. You dark-skinned too? Oh my God. And you got confidence? They want to humble you especially, because they need you to know you're not even my preference. We want something light, bright, next to white. Yeah, they try to play those mind games with you too to make you feel like you're not beautiful. Yeah. Just don't compliment you at all. Yeah. If you got a man that's giving you that hey big head type of energy, he hates you. The type of relationships that we put up with, even when I was dating black men, I ain't had that hey big head stuff. Like, you had to come with the grace and honor and stuff. Like, I dated some really great black men. Really, I did. But being male-centered was still unhealthy for me. And it was toxic for me, because when those relationships ended, my whole world ended. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit. Some of y'all depressed as hell right now because a nigga not texting you back. A nothing-ass person not texting you back. Because in your mind, it's been made to be so important for you to have some man in your life your daddy issues, all of that stuff. You better come to Africa and heal yourself for that. When you get out of the economic chain, when you break that economic chain like I did, I'm like, dang. And you start running a business and you see how brilliant you are. I'm like a point guard, divinely orchestrating the whole team. And I'm like, damn, I'm the bomb. And when you start seeing those males, the very males you're worshiping, do dumb shit a lot and do fuck shit, and you realize this the human, it's the way they're all socially conditioned and programmed. Yeah, that was the one that changed it for me. The one I worship the most, and oh, you can't say no, ooh. Yeah, when they put you in harm's way, yeah. Ain't no sisterhood. Ain't no sisterhood around these women that's worshiping men. They'll come and get you, and the men you worshiping, they don't protect you because they're triangulating you and playing puppet master with you and all the other women that's worshiping them. Y'all ever been in a church or a spiritual community or anything like that? Yeah, a lot of fuck shit go on. Yeah. No, it's no sisterhood. Them women will turn on each other because the penis is so central. Nah, if the penis is the central focus, I don't even want to be in circles like that. I know those are dangerous now. So yeah, when you see the people that you champion and you think supposed to be your protectors, and that's a lie too. They not your protectors and providers. That all of these are like lies that we were told, and so you're out here playing this role. I need somebody to take care of me. Girl, stupid. Putting yourself in harm's way thinking you gotta have an owner and a master, somebody to take care of you, all that infantile baby girl crap is crap. And it's not even historically correct. Our ancestors were not like that. That is some weird, patriarchal BS in America where everybody's got to be, owned again. You just were able to get a bank account as a woman by yourself in 1974 without a husband, okay? A woman had to have a husband to get a bank account. So we've all been conditioned to worship the male and to have a male to legitimize us. So when you don't need that economically and you broke free from the psychological chains of patriarchy and you remove yourself from the hostile black gender war, you're like, girl, you can see who hates you. You can see how you're really supposed to be treated. And you can really heal some of them daddy issues and you don't feel like a relationship and marriage. It need to be the central focus of your life. Please break free. See these microaggressions and stop putting yourself in the hands of people that don't like you, don't see it for you, but they know you blind and they know that they playing you to be the person to act. You know, you waiting on them to legitimize you, and they not even worthy to be around you. That changed the game for me. When you realize how many people are not worthy to be around you, your life will go up. Now I got kings giving me birthday greetings and gonna work with kings, honey. Woo. Shout out to the king. King, I'm ready, honey. I love being able to work and say I work with royalty and dignitaries. Y'all could be working with royalty and dignitaries and being over here in Africa being treated with respect like a queen, but you dirt dabbling, jumping in the trash can, checking the phone, checking text messages, jealous for demons that have been socialized to not like you. You try to jump through hoops and qualify for people that have been programmed by the likes of Kevin Samuels. My God. That's how sick we were. To hate ourselves just like that, to humiliate ourselves and act like we need to be beneath somebody to have somebody to choose us. I came over here, I realized I'm in control. I'm choosing everything. And that's the first thing, baby. I don't want nobody like that. That's the gag. The gag is the real life is having yourself, having love in your life on your own terms. And it's definitely not what they taught us in the States. That Sex in the City, romance type of love. No, it's not that. When you really get self-love and you start living that life and get rid of people that just don't honor you, whether you got a ring or not, you got a ring and you in a relationship with a Negro don't honor you. His family don't honor you. It's not who you really are. Like, it's a lot of restriction. And don't come in my inbox trying to tell me that you got a good one. Like, girl, if you got one, period, that ain't even like, no, that's not like something to brag on, to be honest. Here's the thing. It's nothing wrong with relationships, but this is what I think we don't get. If you got a man or whatever, this whole being in proximity for long periods of time, that's not really what it is. The matriarchy, the neo-matriarchy, the way it really was in a lot of circles, women had a man and stuff like that, but they served a purpose and they went. They came and went. They came and went. They came and went. This is new, modern stuff where y'all come and see each other every single day, live with each other. Like neo-matriarchy, ancestral matriarchies and stuff. It's like, girl, if you're around, you're around. If we want to have children, okay, he's there, but he's here for a purpose. Like, girl, what are you doing for the matriarchy? It's more you're in a role. It's not romanticized, and it's certainly not around centered around serving a man. Like, that's why I'm like, oh my God, they got us, girl. You in here being a maid, a dedicated maid, mattress and mule, talking about how you love to serve your family. You heard about Cam Newton woman, honey. He's a fool. If any of y'all identify with Cam Newton, Corey Holcomb, any of those type of people, we know. We already know. That's the likes y'all got to deal with. They already ready to argue. They're ready to debate. Oh, that's another thing, too, being obtuse and contrary. That's another way of humbling you, and that's microaggressions. These men constantly coming to me, wanting to be in my light. They want to date you, marry you, and not marry you, but date you, fuck you, humble you, abuse you, and manipulate you. But you can tell they always looking for an argument. That's that Cam Newton shit. That's what I know. It's just like they ready to just be contrary. Like, nigga, what is you talking about? Wanting to bring up topics and stuff to siphon your energy, to get an emotional response out of you, to talk about what they don't like. Like, oh my God, psycho people are in the States, baby. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that. I see it so clearly now. So yeah, all the sexual energy and desire, but still hating you and hostile and aggressive. Yeah, the narcissism is real. So the men that I worship and stuff, once you start to see the truth of these men and how they're all socialized the same, yeah, you'll start to get somewhere, and you can break free of all, and even the women that worship men. I don't even want to be around women that their man is their world. They serve and they man, girl, no. Oh, girl, no, what? I broke free from America, patriarchy, white supremacy, and you gonna talk about you serving somebody? Girl, that don't even sound right. If you're not talking about somebody serving you and lifting you up, you lost. That's old. That's the old wave. I used to be on that too. Suck the black man, did worship black man. Yeah, super pick me, honey. No ma'am, I took that cape off when I see what devils look like. It ain't about no skin color. So stay right there, ladies. Hold your position, ladies. Break up, ghost them. None of what you dating over there is even worth it. They don't like you. Everything you felt, the microaggressions were real. They never complimented you. Even the compliments they give are garbage. And ladies, these friendships that y'all are trying to peddle in my face and stuff, that's why we don't want them. I don't want them. If you're one of these women that don't have a lot of friends, that's why. That's why we don't want that. These are women that's coming, they looking for a light, they looking for a light source, and they get weird all of a sudden. So that's some stuff I've learned in my business. I'm gonna get out of here. I got a little bit long-winded, but my God, that's stuff that touches me. Things that I wasted my life on. Wasted years and tears, honey. Serious depression. Suicidal ideation because I broke up. Heaving and dry heaving. If you crying over a nigga right now, dry your tears, girl. This video wasn't by accident that you came across it. It's a new wave. That's that daddy issue stuff. Somebody's making you think that you're not valuable unless you got a man standing beside you. Break free, girl, okay? At least come to Africa. Out, you know what I mean? Like it'll like cut out the sound too. But anyway, those are things that I broke free from. You know, you need to probably come over here, get away from that. You're living this cycle of not feeling like you're good enough and having people antagonize you, and you're just in a hostile environment where you can't grow. Okay, let me see if some fires in the chat. They be going by so fast. Okay, let me see. Okay, cool. All right, so let me get out of here, guys. I hope that the last little bit of this played, and stuff, and it didn't go all the way silent. So let me see. I think that's a fire in the chat. It be going by so quick. If you can hear me, put a fire in the chat or whatever. Let me see. Okay. I see people joining in. Okay, it probably is fine. It's probably fine. My doggone head, I be like overthinking stuff and everything. Okay. So I was just saying, like, seriously, for me, like, knowing stuff like that and not having to play that game no more, get off the ride. Just get off the ride. Like, feeling like that you're not worthy, and it means a lot. It means a lot. So you probably need to find a whole nother sisterhood and way of thinking, and be listening to stuff like this, because it's a new shift that's happening. It's for peace, prosperity, for love, going to higher vibrations, and that old wave of doing things and thinking, that ain't it no more. Needing somebody to own you, to feel like you're validated and worth something and accomplished, that is not it. Accomplishment is being on purpose and having peace of mind. That is the flex. Is having peace of mind, knowing that you're fulfilling your purpose. Because when you're in connection with your ancestors, it's about fulfilling that purpose. If you ain't fulfilling your purpose, you serve no purpose, and you will die with a lot of things left passed down in your bloodline that's unfinished and unclean. And it will manifest as issues and bad patterns and alcoholism. Like it'll manifest as a lot of stuff when your bloodline is just not clean, and people are just, I guess what you say, have a lot of generational trauma that hasn't been healed. So that's one that I know. I wish somebody told me that's a ride that we can get off, ladies, because where we put our energy emotionally, that is everything. Where you invest your energy, like that dictates your health, your mind. Autoimmune diseases are linked to your emotions and those things that you're feeling. Like that's why it's so important to break these emotional chains and knowing these microaggressions and knowing who ain't right for you. Like you're in a state of accepting a toxic relationship in every area of your life. If you're a black woman in America, black man in America, we already know. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to my sisters. Because we the salt. We the ones that carry this whole thing, and I realize that. Because once we empower us, a nation can rise no higher than its women. I used to say that a lot. But it's when we break free, everybody else break free. And I don't need no men in my inbox going toe to toe with me, because it's just a block on sight. We already know you microaggressive. You don't want nobody to wake up. You want the old way with the trad wife and women that want to be chosen by a man and that oppressive speech. Yeah. You want some hint smelling of patriarchy. Yeah. I didn't understand it, but now that I have it, I understand what microaggressions are. I do not entertain anything that doesn't serve me, and especially on an intimate level, friendships. You can't be no friend of mine and you coming already showing me that you're jealous, you're mentally unstable, you're obsessive, and you're going to be one of the people that try to bring me down. And you certainly can't be some male that's trying to come in my space, trying to make me work for you, coming with some energy that I'm gonna give you money and now I own you and now you can be disrespectful. Oh girl, passive aggression? No ma'am. If they're not coming with sweetness on their lips to you, like, why wouldn't you? That's weird to me. Why are you thinking about humbling me? Why can't you say, oh, you're beautiful, I like what you're doing, da 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 da? Because so many people tell me already? Yeah, get out of here, Ike Turner. Ike Turner, manipulative, they want to humble you. I ain't got to tell you nothing. You need to know it already. No, get out of here, Ike Turner. It's the Mister from The Color Purple. When Celie woke up and saw she ain't have to take that shit no more, you saw what he tried to do? He tried to fuck with her mind. Look at you ugly. Don't nobody want you. That's what they tell black women when they come to Africa trying to get our life, and we possibly will be booed up with some African men and they don't want us. They want us to feel like that we're so undesirable, we're masculine, nobody wants you. Don't nobody want you. That mentality. A man tried to get on my phone as a client. Like y'all, women know this. We deal with so many microaggressions all the time. I can just talk about it. On the phone with me, and I'm just having people try to come in, steal your light. And he's like, oh, who light? Your light? Like who got light? Like he was kind of saying like, who got light? I know you ain't got light. I said, oh, there it is. They want to trivialize your experience. And it was like 10, 20 seconds just veering off topic for a second. That nigga was ready to humble my ass. Ready to humble my ass. But got all the energy like you want to fuck with me. But ready to humble me. Girl, y'all better understand, run. When you run from all of that, you're not imagining anything. You're not imagining it. Nothing's wrong with you. If you don't want circles of girlfriends, if you're a beautiful woman, you're a triple threat and stuff like that. Yes, you've seen women try to align themselves with you to try to get some light, get some swag, find some direction, and eventually be the very people to try to bring you down, steal, kill, take from you, and everything else. I've been long-winded. If y'all want more of this, definitely keep following this page, and thank you for sharing this. And this is my birthday advice. Have a great day.